If someone makes you feel like a soulmate in week 1 and a stranger in week 3, this is for you. Love bombing looks like love because it's loud. It's intensity without intimacy. Fast gifts, fast promises, fast future talk. It sweeps you into certainty before there's safety. And if you've been starved for tenderness, it can feel like finally being seen. Here, how it often plays out. First is the flood. The messages are constant. The compliments are cinematic. I've never felt this way. You're different. Plans escalate quickly. Weekends away, meeting friends, talking future. Labels arrive before the trust that should carry them. It feels like relief, like the search is over. Then comes the flip. Energy drops. Replies slow down. Busy today. Can we talk later? Little tests sneak in. Subtle jealousy, minor guilt, a hint that you should prove your feelings. You start replaying earlier moments, trying to figure out what changed and how to get back to the glow. Finally, the fix bait. They dangle the old intensity, just enough warmth to keep you chasing it. If you pass the test, the affection returns for a bit. If you set a limit, it cools again. You begin managing their weather, doing more to earn what used to be freely offered. That's the loop, flood, flip, fix bait. There's a reason this loop grabs your nervous system. Unpredictable rewards glue us more powerfully than steady ones. It's the same principle that keeps people pulling a slot machine lever. You don't know when the win will come, so you wait and wait and wait. Your brain starts pairing love with the next hit. It feels like chemistry, but it's conditioning. The high-low rhythm becomes familiar, and familiar can be magnetic, even when it hurts. So what are the early signs? Notice the pace. Too fast, too soon isn't romance, it's speed. Notice how they handle boundaries. Do they sulk at no, or do they adjust? Notice if love gets used as leverage. If you cared, you would. Notice early loyalty tests, like pushing for exclusivity before trust exists, or asking you to prove commitment with sacrifices that cost you your peace. And notice if your body feels sprinted. If you're breathless, hypervigilant, or constantly checking your phone for the next burst of reassurance. Here's something tender but important. If chaos has been your normal, calm might feel boring at first. That spark you miss might have been anxiety wearing perfume. The roller coaster trained your body to expect sharp highs and scary drops. When someone shows up steady, your system might not recognize it as love yet. That's not a failure, it's a pattern. And patterns can change. What does healthy interest feel like? Steady, curious, packing you can breathe with. It sounds like let's take our time. It looks like words that match actions. Plans made, plans kept. After conflict, it prioritizes repair over victory. We over ego, respect for boundaries without punishment. No disappearing acts designed to make you chase. Comfort grows, it doesn't spike and crash. If you need words, you can borrow mine. I like connection that builds. I'm slowing the pace. If that doesn't work for you, I understand. Say it gently. You're not defending a decision, you're declaring a rhythm. The right person won't need you to sprint to stay interested. If you're unsure what you're seeing, try 3 small steps. First, slow the pace. Fewer daily check-ins, more quality conversations. Second, widen your support. Tell a grounded friend what's happening and keep a simple journal of dates and feelings. What they do, how you feel, what your body says. Third, watch what happens when you say no to something small. Healthy interest respects the limit and stays steady. Love bombing punishes it or vanishes. It's also true that some people are simply excited. They can be enthusiastic and kind and still be willing to pace. The difference isn't the roses or the good mornings. It's what happens when you set a boundary. Pressure reveals motive. Respect reveals care. If you've already been in the loop, please don't shame yourself. Love bombing works because it targets beautiful things about you, your hope, your openness, your capacity to believe in people. None of that is a flaw. It just needs a gate, a rhythm that protects you while you learn someone's character. Here's the reframe I want you to carry forward. Intensity is not intimacy. The feeling of finally is not the same as the practice of consistently. Compatibility is not just chemistry. It's packing, repair, and safety over time. Ask yourself, do I feel more myself around them each week? If the answer keeps moving toward yes, you're on healthy ground. If the answer is yes only after a big high, and then no during the lows, your nervous system is being trained to beg for crumbs between feasts. You deserve a connection that doesn't sprint past safety to get to certainty. You deserve questions that are curious, not tests you didn't agree to take. You deserve words that don't need dramatic proofs to be believed. You deserve calm that doesn't talk you out of your intuition, and passion that doesn't require you to abandon your boundaries. If this landed with you, let it be a gentle turning. Slow the story down. Keep your circle close. Say the line out loud if you need to. I like connection that builds. I'm slowing the pace. If that doesn't work for you, I understand. Then breathe and listen to what happens next, not the promises or the pressure, but the pattern. Choose peace. Choose steady. You're allowed to take your time.